Hello, I'm your host, Zeos Pantera, the host of In-Ear Fetish. Thank you for joining, subscribing, all that other crap. These are the Softears volume, because I want to hear the truth. And if you want to hear the truth, you should know that this was offered to me as a collab. We're not there yet. I said yes, and I've sent them my tweaks, but I should probably explain what the stock feels like. Wrong. Something's wrong with these. But yet there's other things that are right, which is why I agreed to do the collab on this and not the Studio 4. They offered me the Studio 4, which is really neutral. I wanted something a little bit, I want something more interesting to play with if I'm going to do a collab. And I didn't want to make this about the collab because we're not there yet. But we are here with these and I have to talk about them. You see this desk mat? I ordered it on Amazon, $31. And there's something wrong with it. I don't know if the camera is going to pick up on that, but it's slightly stretched this way. Like it was supposed to be this wide, this picture, and they're like, oh fuck, just stretch it. These IEMs. These I've extensively listened to these on many things with many tips, which is why I'm doing them first when I come on the comeback streams of In-Ear Fetish. And I've determined that they have too much mid-range. They're also very, very tip sensitive, ladies. I actually am using the stock tips for them now. I hadn't tried the stock tips because I'm like, fuck, whatever. And then I realized when they lie about their labels, because let me get to the packaging. First of all, you know what? We'll talk about tips, we'll talk about packaging, we'll talk about everything else. I got it in this box, this beautiful giant green box that says Softears Hear the Truth volume. Like, oh my God, like this is some classy shit. I didn't know the price when they sent it. They were like, hey, have you heard this one? I'm like, no, I haven't heard the volume. So, okay, send the volume. And then I'm like, all right, I'll open it up. And I wonder how much this collab's going to be. Because I knew the studios are like $400. And I know my favorite, here's the thing. My favorite IEM of all time is not one of my collabs. It's the Softears Twilight. So if I can get in the door with Softears, oh my God, do it. But then I get this packaging. And this with the giant folding flap, and then there's books and cleaning rags and the individual things, and it came with retail packages for the tips, and then this case that's like, oh, and I'm like, this is a $600 IEM. I don't want another $600 collab. And after I unboxed it all and did my initial listening and everything, I went and looked it up, and I was literally taken aback. These are under $300. $285. They are a triple driver hybrid, which what do they have? They claim to have a beryllium plated dome and a new generation non-texture peak suspension diaphragm material with customized balanced armatures and a three-way crossover. So it's a single dynamic dual BA. The Twilights, by the way, at $930 and being my favorite IEM, are a single dynamic. And to my like absolute shock, if you go to the search results on Hi-Fi Go, if you search Softears and arrange by price, there are the Twilights, and they have 5 more expensive models, including the Turis and the Turi TI Titaniums, which are also single dynamics, $1,400 and $2,500. A single dynamic, $2,500. I want that. But you know what else I want? I want to make these not weird. I know that's the exact opposite of what I will do with collabs, but I put these in, I got them, I figured out the price. I'm like, damn, you're gonna get all this for that price, under $300, probably $300 by the time I've tuned it. Opened out all the boxes. You get the retail packaging for the tips, and they both say silicone ear tips. And I looked at them, and it's like, all right, there's the standard silicone. These are like the ball silicone. And then when I looked at the back of it, because you could see through the plastic, I'm like, wait, those are solid foam? What? So even though they say silicone, they're actually a very, very slow return foam tip. So I put them in, because I thought maybe the things I was hearing that I didn't like would be fixed with the stock tips that happen to be foam, because I didn't even think they offered foam. Turns out no. I'm gonna take these tips off right the fuck now. So my big issue with these IEMs is that they have amazing soundstage, solid low end. They sound airy and big, and then there's too much mid-range. Just I literally, I could show you the diagrams. I was sitting at this computer desk with a bunch of different amplifiers trying to tune these in a way that's like, all right, this is how I want my collab to sound. And I just sat there with the, if you don't know, I have a graphical equalizer plugin for FooBar, which is right here. And it's great because you get to just paint a line. So here, if I want it to be like, woo-wee, there it is. There's my, oh, how about that one? Or how about this? And you just draw it. And I did that for 4 hours. Different amplifiers, different tips, and then I was writing things down, and I was saving the and like, all right, now let's try with this tip and this tip, because in every one of them, the average, I have to go and disable that now. Hold on. In every one of those tests I did, what I found when I was doing the drawing was, oh my god, it's so much better with this mid-range dip. That's almost never the case. You almost always want more mid-range, warmer. The hell, they fucking SA6 Ultra. My most, well, I guess most respected collab, the quickest to sell out, the one that everyone's like, oh my god, I'm never selling it. All I did to that was really raise the mid-range because it was lacking. So it's weird having an IEM that is too much mid-range. It sort of blows my mind a little bit because I'm like, well, shouldn't that be better? So I liked it. As soon as you go into that graphic equalizer and just dip out the mids, it's like, oh, there it is. That's what, something's wrong. So these IEMs at $300. Would I buy these untuned volumes? Only if you like warmth, but not that good kind of warmth that like settle you in bed and wrap you in a cozy blanket, have a hot cocoa. No, it's just like oppressive warmth. It's the only thing I could say they are, which is unique. Now, if it didn't, I would not have picked these as my collab. I would have said send me something else if I didn't think they were fixable. They're absolutely fixable. The soundstage is huge. Like, even without the tweaks, I was just using these on a portable player, and the soundstage was like, oh, okay. It's got all of this. It's got all the soundstage, and then the low end hit, and it's got that dynamic in it, and it's just, it's pounding. And then I just put these stock tips on. Let's get back to around for a second. I put the stock tips on it, and I'll go with Dunu. Apparently, those foam stock tips obliterate the bass, like to nothingness. They might have actually fixed some of the mid-range hump, but the sacrifice of every inch of low end, like something came on and I literally had to check to see if the graphic equalizer was still fucking with it. It was not. I tried like 3 different amps and it's like, it's not. So beautiful case, beautiful presentation, stock tips, which I'm honestly gonna save these for other things, because that's kind of a weird, unique ball foam design. I put the Dunu SS tips on. I linked to all the tips that I usually use in the description if you want to look at them. They're big and green, by the way. I'm probably going to end up changing the color if they allow me to change the color. The wire is the same wire I think you get on the $1,000 Softears, which is, this is a balanced version. Thank you. It's 4 wires, black vinyl, straight up. Doesn't feel like a super high-end wire, but I know it's built well. Let's actually go to an act. Oh, that's the wrong way that goes. Let's go there, and let's take that off of high gain. We're going to plug these into my ear holes now with tips that I think I liked on them. I listened to so many. You know when you usually come to me on the IEM channel, and Zeos has done like an hour listening, and he's sort of got an opinion, and no, I fucking know these. I just did so many things, I don't remember what I did. God, they're efficient. Holy shit. So low gain on this is just like loud, death. And this is David Moynihan, which is like really big, deep voice. And it's like, wow, that sounds like there's a bubble. It's like there's something sitting in the middle of the sound that I just need to get the fuck away from. It's like, what? I just want to get to the music. Even like strings, now the string quartet's playing, even strings are just like, they're so wide. I'm in such a big space. But there's something off with the timbre. It's just, these are a perfect collaboration IEM because I have most of the things I want. Just they don't sound right. So if you have the Softears volumes, please chime in. If you're on Hi-Fi Guides, the forums, go there. I'll make a post for the Softears volume so that you can chime in there. And then when my collab comes out, which I haven't decided on anything, except for here's the shape, can you do this? Send it to me. Then we'll go back and forth on packaging and the naming. Because I've been thinking like Softears Max Volume, Volume Z, I don't know. It's fun. I like doing collabs because it means that an IEM like this, that has so much potential, at that price, with all this shit, these should be super popular, and I understand exactly listening to them why they're not. As someone who likes IEMs that are warm, these are too warm. Oh, the Weeknd is playing. Tears in the Rain. So we've got... It doesn't sound like there's low end. It sounds like my spinal cord is shaking. And I'm hoping... Now, here's the thing. Every time I've done an IEM retune, I've gotten super fucking lucky. I'll ask, you know, Blonde to do something, or Let Sure to do something, or fucking C Audio to do something. They'll do that thing, and then there's this other chain of events. Because when you change the... Like, me lowering an EQ on a computer is not the same as making the actual physical thing have less mid-range. Who knows? It could ruin it. There's a 50-50 chance. There's 33% chance. I say 33% chance it stays exactly the same and it's just exactly what I want. 33% chance it gets worse. Oh, they sucked out the mid-range and all the bass went too. Or 33% chance they sucked out the mid-range. Also, the soundstage increased by 87% for no reason whatsoever, and here it is. And that's what I've gotten in the last bunch of my collabs. The Blonde one in particular, the JoJo's up there. Like, I asked them to change some frequencies, and it came back, and it was better than that had ever could have done. Boom. Oh, this is on high gain too, so this is gonna be... Okay, it's playing with the volume knob all the way down, because it's on high gain because I was testing the tungstens. There we go. Yeah, no, this is one of those IEMs that thank God it's a collab, all right? Because it's got... I would give these like a 50-50 recommendation otherwise. I'm still giving them. If you want to go out, because this collab might be done for fucking months. So if you want the Softears volume for $300, it's a very, very warm IEM. There you go. Comes with excellent accessories. Fits beautifully. I even like the color. Although I'd probably change this to purple. They have a real weird thing when I'm doing collabs and I ask for a color. They're like, no, that material will not support purple. And I'm like, you're fucking lying. You make it purple. I would probably do clear and then red and blue backs so that you really know. But then is that cheesy? Do I do a clear and then a purple backs? Do a purple here and then black backs? Like go with an Evangelion theme? I don't know. Looks don't matter until I get the testing sample that has my tuning. Because if my tuning is not correct, then we're doing that again. So this is sort of like the beginning of the process. I was going to do a video on the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. I'm also recording this review without my ND filter and in essentially GoPro's RAW mode. So I'll be doing all the color corrections on my own. So this is my first... Well, this is my first time at this desk doing color correction videos. I'm making like 4 or 5 more IEM videos today. I just know this one the best because I've been obsessing over it. The one thing it doesn't come with is an adapter to go 4.4 to 3.5. I think I got that with the Twilights. So I'm going to see if they can include it because I know people who are, especially if you're going for like a $300 IEM, you might still be a normie. And you might still have a 3.5 or a 1/4 inch source. Like I've got 1, 2, 3 amps here, and I'm using this DD Hi-Fi adapter, which is no longer in stock. The DJ65B. This is the best 1/4 inch to 4.4 adapter in the world because it's just the smallest and most convenient. Anyway, Softears volume. It is acceptable. If it was 600, I would absolutely denounce it. The fact that it's 300 has a couple of issues, but comes with all this shit, it gets a pass. And hopefully when I'm done with it, it'll get a instead of a pass. So, Patreon subscribe to support this channel. Wallpaper's available in the Wallpaper Horde. I'll try to remember to link this terrible... See, I think when I ordered this, there was an option for size, but it's Amazon and China, so it was kind of like they couldn't show me. So if you order one of these, don't get the 35-inch wide one. Get the 31, although this doesn't seem like 35 inches. I don't know. I'll see you in the next one. It's good wallpaper, by the way. It's a real good wallpaper.